So now that you watched my stunning video of the Milo tin, we're going to talk about the total surface area of that shape. Total surface area. So if I had a net of the 3D shape, so the cylinder is a 3D shape, and I unfolded all of that shape, the area of the net is the total surface area. Think of it like, you know, if you gift wrapped something. So if I cut along the bits and I could fold it all out. So for my cylinder, what I've got is a cylinder that's got a top and a bottom, which are both circles. So the area of the circle is pi r squared. So if you've got a top and a bottom, then it's 2 pi r squared, because I've got pi r squared on the bottom and pi r squared on the top, so that would be 2 pi r squareds. This cylinder also has a height. If I was to take this cylinder for example, here's a cylinder, it's got a top and a bottom and also a height, so that's the height of the cylinder. Oops. And if I unwrapped, just like I did with the Milo tin, what you saw was that wrapper around the outside was actually a rectangle. And so this is the height of the cylinder, but how long was the rectangle? How long was that? Well, the length of the rectangle has to actually equal the circumference around the circle, the distance around the circle, because that's how far I unrolled it. And the distance around the circle is called the perimeter, and you actually have a formula for the perimeter called 2 pi r. So we'll take that a little bit further next. So here's my tin, or my cylinder if you want to think of it as a cylinder. Okay, so it is 7.5 centimeters in diameter. Don't forget that's the diameter. Okay, so when you use it in the formula you need to use a radius. So 7.5 is the diameter. Let's see if I can get this to work. And it is close enough to 8 centimeters tall. Okay, so the diameter of the tin was 7.5 and the height was 8. If the diameter is 7.5, what would be the radius? Well, if the diameter is 7.5, just show you my calculator. 7.5 divided by 2 is 3.75. So my radius is 3.75 centimeters. Don't get sucked into using the diameter. Alright, remember to check. The height was 8 centimeters. What is the total surface area? So that's the top, the bottom and the sides. What's the area of that? Well, the area of the top is pi r squared. The area of the base is also pi r squared, and the side is that rectangle that is 2 pi r, that's the circumference of the circle, times by the height. So that's the label part, if you like. That's the top and the bottom, and that's the label, the sides. So let's have a look at that. So I've actually got one lot of pi r squared plus another lot of pi r squared, that's 2 pi r squared. The area of this is just the length times the width, so it's just 2 pi r h. Let's plug some numbers in and see what we get. Oops. Can you see? Oh, I messed that up, didn't I? Oops. Anyway, let's have a look. So 2 times pi times r squared, so 3.75 squared goes in there. 2 pi times 3.75 times 8. Let's get the calculator and work that out. So we've got 2, can you see that? 2 times pi times 3.75 squared plus 2 times pi times 3.75 times 8 And if you really wanted to be extra careful, between those two with the plus signs, I'd use brackets, but I know my calculator works. And I get an answer of 276.85 square centimetres. 276.85 centimetres squared, because both of my measurements were in centimetres. This is in square centimetres. Remember, double check, is it a radius or a diameter that they're giving you? Are they asking you for the top and the bottom? Sometimes they might just ask you for the base and the sides. So you need to read the questions carefully.